Hello and welcome to Land of the Bible. My name is Hannah Rosenberg, and today we're going to be learning about the resilience of the people down here in the South and how they've rebuilt after October 7th. On this episode today, we will be learning about the communities down here in S08 and around the Gaza envelope. After October 7th in 2023, how the communities have come and rebuilt. Not just rebuilding, but growing the resilience of the people of Israel to be able to come back to their burned homes, to their lost family members, and continue to remember, rebuild, and grow from this. We will be experiencing everything from talking to survivors, to visiting sites and memorials, and even an amazing visitor center to learn exactly what happened on October 7th and how the communities are coming together to rebuild their lives and grow. Coming here as a visitor, we're coming here to stand strong, to not just show the tragedy of what has happened, but also to show the triumph of the people here to be able to overcome, rebuild, and continue on with their lives. We are now on Kibbutz Alumim, one of the beautiful kibbutzim right here on the Gaza Strip. This kibbutz is also home to a dear friend of mine that we were on our way to go meet. We want to learn exactly what happened here on his kibbutz and what they have done to rebuild, not just rebuild, but to grow the kibbutz even more than before.
I'm Eric. I was born in Manchester, England. I came to live here in 1972. I've been a farmer, a translator, basically doing whatever it takes to make a living, and more than anything else, make a living in the place where my forefathers worked this soil. Just down the road is where Abraham tended his flocks, and where Isaac grew wheat. It's more than a feeling of home. It's a feeling of, this is where I should be.
So on October the 7th, what happened here?
We originally got the warnings of incoming missiles at 6:29, and it was a massive barrage which continued. The first terrorists came in at 7 o'clock through the back gate. We had 4 incursions in 4 different places. So a total of 30 came in 2 waves of 15 by the pool. There were 3 came in the back gate. Those 10 came in and went from the back gate to the front gate. And there was another group that came in through the front gate, and they had to be persuaded to leave. The situation at several stages was dire. Altogether, during that day, we had 6 wounded. 2 of them quite badly. Over the time of the war, we've had 4 dead, and a community like ours of about 550, 600 people, that is a very big number. We left on the Sunday, some in the morning, some in the afternoon. The Monday morning, our people were already back here in order to start rebuilding. Yeah, we were also very lucky that our houses, certainly not what happened in our neighbours down the road, our houses weren't destroyed so that we could come back. We still have a small number of families who are outside, they haven't come back yet, traumatized in this or that different way. This is a problem. An event like this affects people. You cannot estimate and you cannot judge how people are affected by a trauma like this. They had burnt down all the barns with the hay and the straw. They destroyed the machine which distributes the food to the cows. I think this is the one thing which most people just don't understand. These people came in with an incredible amount of incendiary equipment. Not only did they have the explosives, the ammunition, the weaponry, they came in with an incredible amount of incendiary equipment so that they could burn. So they burnt down our barns. They burnt down our irrigation equipment. They burnt down our greenhouses. Their idea was not only to kill us, their idea was to destroy everything which we built over the, 60 years. We're now in the 60th year since the place was established. So we had nothing. We had to think, how do we make this happen again? And so you bring in food, you bring in the experts who are going to put your parlor together.
Can you tell me about the foreign workers that you have that are helping you with the industry here? What happened with them on October 7th?
We had 39. The first group of terrorists that came in went into the parlor and killed the Thai worker who was in there. They then went into that safe room. That building is the safe room for the residential block for our foreign workers. They threw a grenade in. A young man called Bipin Joshi from Nepal threw the grenade out. They threw another grenade in, killed 2, wounded 3. He and another young man were kidnapped to Gaza, and I think 3 or 4 months ago he was returned in a coffin. This is the accommodation block. The boys inside showed them their passports saying, "I'm Thai, I'm Nepali." They just opened fire and massacred them. Out of the 39, 23 died, 9 were badly wounded, and the 8 that remained were evacuated with the kibbutz the next day to the hotels in Netanya. About a week later, they were repatriated to their homes, and about 2 months later, some of them who had gone through the most incredible trauma here came back and brought friends with them to carry on working. These people have values. These people were important in terms of how much they were willing to give to make their lives better. But of course that would also mean not just their family, but other communities as well. They had no plans of going into the town. They were going to rebuild their own communities. After a year after October the 7th, we had a memorial service here. This is so important to us that we remember not only those heroes who came to defend, we must remember those innocents who were killed here simply because they had come along to work and do something good for their families and for their communities. We do not succumb to that sort of evil, and we certainly remember these people who died innocently because of that evil that came upon us on that day. We will remember.
Imagine walking where Jesus walked, where faith comes to life. Feel the Bible story unfold around you, from the green Galilee to Jerusalem's ancient streets. Experience the serene and welcoming land of the Bible, where miracles happen. Put your heart where His footsteps are. Visit Israel.
We are entering on to Givat Kobi. Givat Kobi is a memorial of 4 soldiers that had their last battle right here on the border with Gaza. Right next to the city of Sderot, while protecting the city, in 2014, these 4 brave soldiers gave their lives to stop a terrorist group from coming in right over the fence. We are literally meters away from the Gaza border. We are standing on the memorial dedicated to those 4 brave soldiers that gave their lives fighting to defend the city of Sderot in 2014 when terrorists broke through the fence. From this outlook, you have a beautiful view of looking into the Gaza Strip. You can see all the way from the north from the city of Ashkelon with the 3 smokestacks all the way into the Gaza Strip, going all the way through. Using just a basic pair of binoculars, you can still see our soldiers that are fighting on guard duty and the rubble of all the buildings that the terrorists used to shoot out of. We are also able to see the construction of the border fence to make it even safer for us to be able to still be living here. This is just one site to show the rebuilding after a major tragedy. Now let's go visit another site dedicated after October 7th of 2023 to learn how we are still rebuilding from this tragedy. We are now in the heart of Sderot, at what was the original police station here in Sderot. This is going to be one of the last battles. As policemen are running and hiding on the roof, terrorists enter in and make it their fortress. This will be the first time that Israel actually has to take a tank and destroy their own police station to save lives. Behind me, with this beautiful memorial with the columns and these pillars dedicated on the same spot of where the police station stood, you can find quotes from the Bible, from the Old Testament, from the Book of Lamentations, and many other books, including quotes from some of the victims, from some of the survivors, of their thoughts and their prayers about Israel, about why they're still here, and the heart of being as strong as a lion to still defend. At the very top of it, you see Hebrew letters. These are representing the Torah scrolls, because if you take a Torah and you rip it apart and you burn it, it doesn't destroy the message that it is. It continues on, and it reaches up all the way into the sky. Entering into the memorial, you hear the music that was made specifically for this site. We also can see the quotes that I mentioned from the book of Numbers. Behold, the people rise up like a young lion. They rouse themselves like a lion. Continuing, we have quotes of people that have lived here. On holidays or weekends, Sderot, home, man and a violin. So many musicians have come out of this town. But as we enter into the heart of the memorial, and you look up above you, you can read, it says, Am Yisrael Chai, the people of Israel live. Even in our darkness, on our worst hour, we always remember to look up. It's very important for us to remember that even in this horrible, dark place that we still have the beautiful memory that this country will still live, and we are strong, we are proud, and we will continue on. Hi, Moore, wonderful to see you again.
Hi, Hannah. Nice to see you too again.
Thank you for having me back at your facility. This is such an incredible place.
Thank you. It's always good to have you here again.
Well, can you tell our audience a little bit about what this place is and what you do here?
Sure. Hi, my name is Moore, and I'm the manager of the Educational Visitor Center on October the 7th here in Sderot by Israel Is. Our visitor center is the only place in the area that shows what happened on 7th of October in a wide perspective. In Israel Is, we believe in the power of personal stories to help us make a connection between people. Even if they don't fully know us or understand us, sometimes through the human emotions created through a personal story, we can make that bridge. The way our tour usually goes is that we start with a 4.5-minute movie that shows what happened on 7th of October and how the war started. This movie can sometimes be intense and hard to watch for some people, but it's important for us that people who come here know really what happened without it being filtered or edited in any way. For the second part, we usually give people time to walk around the room, listen to testimonies, to recordings, look at the maps, see what happened minute by minute in each and every place in the Western Negev. And for the last part, we sit down for a VR experience. It's called Survive to Tell. It was made by Israel Is together with Steven Spielberg and the Holocaust Foundation. And during that activity, we give people an opportunity to meet one or two of the survivors as if they were standing right in front of them, and they're telling their story and showing them around. By the end of the tour, we have another last movie all about resilience and hope towards the coming chapters of the future. But why do I tell you all about it? Let me just show you. Okay, Hannah, so if you could please stand here for that first part. Every story we know has a beginning, a middle, and an end, and we're going to go straight to the beginning of our story. October the 7th, 2023, 6:28 in the morning. It is still just a beautiful, sunny Saturday morning, Shabbat morning of Simchat Torah holiday. Nobody sees this coming. Families are still sleeping or playing outside with the younger kids or celebrating the holiday in the synagogue. And how crazy that is. Just 1 minute difference between a beautiful day and a terrible nightmare.
בוקר יום שבת 7 באוקטובר, הבוקר הזה נפתח עם מטחי ירי כבדים.
מחבלים חודרים פנים מצנחי רכיפה עם אכן.
I think to be able to build a future, people also need to know what happened in the past. And this is part of the reason why we brought 4 personal stories here in the form of raw recordings from 7th of October that tell in a very intimate manner how things unfolded on 7th of October. So for example, if we go to one of these, we have the story of Amit Man here, who was a paramedic in Kibbutz Be'eri. And then all you need to do is to grab a set of headphones and listen to the recording.
תקשיבו, יש חדירת מחבלים לבארי, דחוף, אנחנו משטרה לפה, דחוף.
גברת, איפה
Another really
בבארי?
important thing, I think, is to give people a geographic perspective of where everything happened. And so we have this project here by Kan 11. It's called Kan 360, and you can find it online as well. And it shows all the Western Negev and all the border with Gaza, and every red dot is a place that was hit by the attack. So for example, if you click Kibbutz Erez, which is just a few minutes drive away from here, it will give you a general recap of what happened. And then if you click here, it will give you around the clock, minute by minute, exactly what happened in the kibbutz, including recordings and videos and WhatsApp messages. And basically you get to an opportunity to dive deeper into the personal stories and get to know the people behind them and understand what happened through those personal stories. So usually we give about 10 to 15 minutes for that part for people to go around on the interactive exhibits and learn more about the personal stories. And then we come here to our VR sets. In our organization, we have 300 of these, and we take them all around the world, even if people can't come to Israel to listen to the stories of survivors. We give them an opportunity to do so back in their homelands. This project is called Survive to Tell. It was made by Israel Is, our organization, together with Steven Spielberg and the Holocaust Foundation. We have 5 testimonies here of survivors or heroes from 7th of October. Well, frankly, they're all heroes. And they tell their story as if it was in first person. So you can put on the set, you don't need to press any buttons or anything like that. I'm going to be operating everything from my tablet. If you can't see or hear well, let me know, okay?
הגענו עם הרכב לכאן, ונתקענו, היה פקק. משעשם איתי. מעדיפה לקבל כדור ולא להישרף בחיים. אז פשוט קמתי, פתחתי את הדלת של הרכב, נכנסתי.
Just like the big story of 7th of October is made by personal stories, our future depends on the personal story each one of us writes. And to inspire people to get up from the ashes and brush their shoulders off, sort of, and keep going, we made this last film all about resilience and hope and all about the heroes from 7th of October and onward that inspired us for the next chapters coming on. By the end of this tour, people feel so many feelings. I often see people cry. They feel anger, they feel hope, they feel resilient, they feel a sense of not understanding why this happened in the first place. I feel like to be able to move forward as people, we need to know what happened to us in the past and remember it. And make sure we give all of those stories their right place And this is what we were trying to do here, and give people the opportunity to know the people behind the stories.
Well, thank you so much, Moore. It has been an incredible time again, very educational. Every time I come here, I learn something new. I hear another story. It's hard to hold back the tears, but it's okay to also cry. Because as you said, we have to remember the past. But we also have to see the rebuilding of the amazing people down here in the South.
I strongly agree.
I will bless those who bless you, God promised Abraham. Embrace this covenant by connecting with the people of Israel. From Jerusalem's stones to Galilee's shores, experience living faith through their traditions and hospitality. Your journey is more than visiting biblical sites. It's about hearts that welcome your friendship. Your presence matters. Discover Israel.
We are now at the location of the Nova Festival. This site in the south, right on the Gaza border, is a beautiful area. If you come here in the springtime, it is blanketed with these beautiful red flowers. Now these red flowers are a memorial of all the victims that died at this festival. Just partygoers. Your next door neighbor, your friend, your cousin, everyone was at this party just having a good time. Unfortunately, over 300 people did not come back home afterwards, some of which were even kidnapped and brought into Gaza. So walking through this memorial, there are many different signs telling you the stories of these beautiful faces, of who they were before the festival happened. Maybe their dreams, their hopes and their dreams. Some of them even have a QR code that you could swipe on to learn a little bit more about the person. We try to always memorialize those that we have lost, to keep them with us and keep their stories going. We as a people of Israel, we are all about that. We don't want to always talk just about the darkness, but also about the light. Just like these young men and women came to dance and to live, we too will dance again. So to bring that, we always want to bring back the life, bring back the color, bring back the spirit and the hope of the Israeli people. We're entering into a living forest made from the memories of all those that we have lost. It started off for the victims here at the Nova Festival. Each tree is planted by family members and friends to remember their loved ones, to let them grow and to replenish the earth with beautiful trees and memory. It has then expanded to all those soldiers that have also fallen throughout the past 2 years of this war. And it's just become a beautiful thing. In Judaism, we're always thinking about life, thinking about the beauty. And these trees, as they grow and they get stronger, they keep the memory of our friends alive. And with that, we're right at one of my friends. David Newman, Jerusalemite, wonderful guy, always there to lend a hand. He came down here with his girlfriend, but before that, he helped build a restaurant, Sukkah, in Jerusalem, Mojo's restaurant. They built this beautiful sukkah, and he said, don't worry, after the festival, after Simchat Torah, I'll come down and help break it down. He goes to the festival and he never returns. He dies while protecting his girlfriend, saving her life. So we have his tree here to remember, and one day we'll be able to sit underneath it and have the beautiful shade in this once beautiful area will become beautiful again. Walking through the site of the Nova always gets me emotional. I hope it always does, because I am remembering all these lives that could have been, the dreams that could have been, the effects on the world they could have done. And they're not there anymore. So it makes me remember that I need to make my life even more special. I need to do the things they could not do to make this a better world for living in. And walking through this forest, it makes me also think and concentrate. Remember their faces, work on myself, get myself to become better, to fulfill those dreams. And sometimes you just have to take a moment and let those tears roll down your cheeks and meditate. But always looking for the hope. And just like these trees are reaching up to the sky, we will too. Being here at a site where all this tragedy happens, we get to be reminded of the growth and the life that we still have here, with the new flowers coming in at season. When you come back here in the spring, it's going to be blanketed with these beautiful red flowers, the anemone, the symbol of this region.
The land of the Bible is full of the prophecy of the Lord. It's the deserts in the south, it's the mountains in the north, it's the rebirth, the regrowth of the land. It's a wonderful thing to volunteer in Israel. And when you find a cause that connects to you, something that relates to you, and you do that and you participate in that, it gives us such a great opportunity to connect with the land, to connect with the people, to do something meaningful while we're visiting and experiencing the miracle of Israel.
Thank you for watching. Make sure to join us next time as we connect you to the people, places, and lands of the Bible.